I'm MERAL KATHWARI here for the Nocturno. I'm at the New York premiere of Boss Baby, starring Alec Baldwin, Lisa Kudrow, and Steve Buscemi. I'm so excited. Let's go see what the stars of the movie have to say. Lisa, what did working on this film mean to you?
I like the idea of, I like that it's like the 7-year-old kid's point of view and what it must be like when a new baby comes into the house and takes over and there's not enough love for everybody. I like that.
Is there any How did you go about directing this movie? I mean, there's a lot of animation. It's a voiceover cast. So how do you work with the actors in this aspect?
Well, for me, actors and animators are actors too. But working with a cast like Alec and Lisa and Jimmy, blah blah blah. I just let them go, and I was fortunate enough to do voice acting myself, which put me in their shoes. And when you're doing this kind of work, there's no sets or costumes, and you have to use your imagination. It's kind of a testament to them of pretending they're in a situation, whether it's even running away from something. And so it's my job just to give them context. And all I have to do is set the stage for them and let them run with it. And what's great about our cast is they all have really unique voices, and that's how we cast our movies. And we find something special in their voice, and everyone was very special in this movie.
How did you approach Alec and Lisa to get involved in this film?
Well, pitched them the story in a way, and I think Alec gravitated to this because he grew up in a household full of a lot of brothers, and the whole story is about sibling rivalry, so he connected with it, I think, from his heart, because he grew up in that. Myself, I have an older brother I tortured my whole life. I was a boss baby, and now we love each other, and I think Alec loves his family too, and there's nothing more cleaner than the arc of a family. Sometimes you fight, but at the end of the day, they're your best friends.
What was the best part of working with this cast?
Just being in the room, especially with all of them, because they're all very funny, and I'm in the room with them, and I have to keep from blowing their takes by laughing. So I have all my tricks of like biting my lip or pinching my leg or that kind of thing. So that's very challenging.
Any scene that you're most excited for viewers to see?
The ending to me is, because it is a broad comedy and this big action adventure, but at the end of it, what'll sneak up on you is this heart. And they say laughter is a doorway to the heart, and that's what we want to we want to move people at the end of it.
So how did you get this idea to write a book like this? Where did you get the inspiration from?
My youngest son, I have 3 boys, had a kitten for Christmas. He wanted a kitten. And this kitten was creating havoc. And my son said, maybe we should give the kitten back. And I'm like, why? This is nothing like it was when you guys were babies. We're going to learn to love this kitten. And I thought the kitten is bossing him around the way, babies boss around new parents. And so it was that connection. That's what started the book.
So the boss baby is derived from a kitten, you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it reminded me of what it was like to have babies.
Okay.
And so watching him deal with his kitten is sort of what.
That's incredible. So what are you most excited for tonight?
Oh my gosh, this whole thing is a miracle. It's just, I hope I meet some of the cast. I'm starstruck.
You must.
I have my family with me, so it's super fun to share this with them.
Awesome. So how did you feel when producers approached you to write this and turn it into a movie?
I think I had a very reasonable expectation that it probably wouldn't happen.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of children's book authors have had things optioned that they don't get made into movies. It doesn't always happen. So the fact that it just kept moving along and it was looking like it was going to happen was always a surprise to me. And now we're here.
How does it feel to be a part of this movie?
It feels awesome. It was really easy working with the director. He made it feel real, and I couldn't ask for a better director. And also, I started this movie when I was 10, and now I'm 14.
Yeah.
And it took 3 years to make the movie.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, and my voice changed, so I had to soften my voice more and more, and then to get that golden voice. But I got it, and it was awesome.
Can you relate to your character in any way?
Yes, I can relate to him. I actually, when I was 2 years old, my sister came into the family. Yeah, and just like in the movie, I thought she was a total like alien invader. She's gonna take over the whole house.
So you were totally suspicious of her?
Yeah, totally suspicious.
Are you suspicious still? Or?
No.
Okay.
Now I'm older and she's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. What are you most excited for people to see in the movie? Like, do you have a favorite scene that you want and that you're excited for people to see?
Yeah, well, one of my favorite scenes is where Tim absolutely wants Boss Baby out of the family. So he does something. He tries to like launch him out of the house. So he gets grounded, and he's never been grounded. So he gets like locked away in his room, and like in his wild imagination, he's like locked in a cell prison, and he's never gonna come out. And then the Boss Baby comes and talks to him. It's a great.
Okay, great, thank you. Let's start off with, how did you get involved with this film?
Well, I've been working with Hans for about 5.5 years now, just on various projects with him. And then we got back from touring Europe, and he mentioned that there was this DreamWorks film that he wanted me to work on with him, and so that kind of came about, and we went to a screening, and I met Tom and the team, and we kind of just ran with it from there.
I know Hans is known for like really serious films and Inception. So how do you go about composing for a film like this? How do you go about composing for a comedy?
I think a lot of film composers kind of get cornered into a specific sound or a specific thing, and I think what a lot of people don't know is most film composers can write in very different styles, and especially with this, where we have funk and jazz and swing, and we kind of threw the kitchen sink at this one. So.
Can you talk about what this film means to you?
This film means a lot to me. It's directed by my uncle Tom McGrath, and from what I understand, he drew a lot of inspiration from his childhood, and I know a lot about his childhood because it was my dad and his childhood.
That's great.
And so yeah, it means a lot. It's strange and wonderful that so many people around the world are going to see this film that really speaks universally about relationships and the priorities of who you love and where you put your time, and how that is kind of a little bit based on my family story is just icing. It's just amazing.
I know this is you played a voice character. How do you go about preparing for a voice role?
This is usually when I'm trying to get a voice down, I'll listen. It'll either be something that I can get right away, that I just understand that vocal quality, or it's something that I'll spend 3 hours working on. But this one is something I've been working on or understood how to do since I first watched Lord of the Rings and the master Ian McKellen at work.
Wow.
His character's based on.
Awesome. Can you relate to any of the characters?
Yes, I can relate to the Boss Baby.
Oh, wow.
Because I was the young one coming in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were the mysterious, suspicious one?
I was the demanding one.
Demanding, okay.
That required all the attention.
Okay. Well, we all do at one point.
Yeah.
Are there any scenes that you're excited for?
Yes, there's a scene towards the very beginning where we see where children come from that I absolutely love. Is a beautiful scene.
All right.
And that's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil anything.
All right. What are you most excited about for tonight?
I definitely can't wait to meet all of the amazing casting members. And I can't wait to see the movie.
Awesome. So can you describe some of the work you've done? I know you're a voice, you've done a lot of voiceovers for the film, so is there any specific scene that you're really excited about?
I haven't watched the movie yet, so...
But from like reading the script?
Probably the chase scene.